WandaVision Episode 4 was interesting. If you don't want any spoilers, I would suggest getting out of this video, but if you don't care, please keep watching. Now, I don't have a lot to say about this episode, not because there isn't a lot to say, but because all the Easter eggs and little elements have already been pointed out very specifically in a lot of other videos that you can check out if you want. But I will say I'm glad that we're finally seeing answers to a lot of the questions that we had from previous episodes. A lot of the events are finally being explained, and I like the fact that some of my small theories and predictions actually came true. For example, like the beekeeper guy, I predicted that he wasn't like an evil, creepy villain guy, that he was just someone in there to help, whether it was help find Wanda or help find Monica Rambeau. He was there to help. He wasn't some mysterious evil person. And I did that just based on assessing the story. Like, I didn't go in looking for little logos and Easter eggs. All of my predictions just came from assessing what happened in each episode, not visually looking for hints. And so I just like when I theorize something and it's right. There's a lot of things that didn't get answered yet. Mostly revolving around Wanda. Like, I made a theory that she volunteered for an organization so that she could live in this new reality, but now I'm thinking that it's more supernatural, but yet it's a mystery. We don't really know. Unless you're like a master detective, you can't theorize like 100% accuracy. And throughout what we saw in this episode and like promotional advertisements and material, I'm got like a few different theories of what it could be, like what this Westview place is and like where it came from. First off, you can have the fact that it could just all be Wanda, that she created this new reality that she's living in just so that she can live with Vision. That's always a clear possibility. But then there's some trailer promotions and stuff, and she seems like she doesn't quite understand how it happened and like why she's there. And so that kind of like makes me think that it still is someone else. And I've also heard that there's some powerful supernatural beings that could have put her in this mindset. And then you still have my original theory where she is being held by an organization, and whether or not it was her own free choice or not, that's always a possibility. But we don't know. It's still part of the mystery. We have 5 episodes left. I'm just going to say these next 5 episodes need to take interesting and turn it into amazing for this to become top tier MCU content. Like, it hasn't been there yet. It's revolving around good. Like, nothing's gone to great, nothing's been bad, nothing's been mediocre. It's just all been good, and I want it to become great because through everything we've seen so far in the series and through the advertisement material, this show can be and probably will be getting really crazy, and that's what I want out of this show. And I think that they're going to do it. I think that in the end we're going to be very satisfied. But as of now, it's not quite enough. But I will say, I did like seeing a lot of MCU characters return. Like smaller characters like Agent Woo from Ant-Man and the Wasp. Like, he's in this and he's a main player. And then you have Darcy from the first 2 Thor movies. And her inclusion was a nice little cherry on top, as you'd say, making her a main character. These little characters that didn't get like a lot of time to shine in the bigger movies, but in this TV show they can become main players and have a bigger impact on the story, and that's very interesting. Also, there's tiebacks to Captain Marvel, although that wasn't my favorite movie. I do like the way it's becoming infused into this series with Monica, and I'm just still excited to see what's happening, but we haven't gotten quite to the point where what we have has gotten like extremely good yet. But I'm still holding out hope that it will get much, much better, and for anybody who hasn't started the series, I would say probably hold off a little bit if you don't want to like be waiting with like this small sense of unsatisfaction, because for you to understand what's going on, you kind of need to like watch them simultaneously. I don't think that watching an individual episode a week will work for most people. A lot of people just won't understand what's going on, and they won't enjoy it as much because they just aren't getting it. Not that the first few episodes were bad, but a lot of people just don't see how they tie into the rest of the MCU. And I think that might be a problem if we don't have the answers right away. So I would say episodes 1 through 4, if you haven't seen them yet, wait at least until episode 5. I'm not sure how much that's going to progress the plot, but I think it will, because Marvel is making this next episode, or at least the next 2 episodes, out to be like a big deal. Like, we're not expecting this, we're not ready for it, but we're gonna get it. And if that's true, I would say wait till this coming Friday and watch all 5 episodes of WandaVision. It will be a fun time. As for episode 4, I give it an 83%. Overall, it's better than the first and the third episode, but still not quite as good as the second. And that also brings us the whole series to an average of 83%. It raised the whole series up 1%. And if these next episodes are as good as they are said to be and can be and should be, then this might reach into the 90s. I'm honestly hoping, because I want some really good MCU content. We have waited a long time, and this could finally be it.